What's happening, YouTube? Back. It's been a while. I got this thing. That's a whole other video. But this, what I'm working on right now, I couldn't really find a whole lot of information on, so I'm gonna make a video. Do what I do best. I am no certified mechanic, and attempt this at your own risk, obviously. So I have my wife's 2014 Ford Police Interceptor utility. Now, it has a PTU power transfer unit, as most of you know, or if I think this pertains to the Explorers, the civilian models, and the Tauruses, both police and regular. As long as it's all-wheel drive and has a PTU, this should pertain to that. Now, the CV axle output shaft seal was starting to go bad because I noticed I was getting fluid everywhere, and the PTU is very expensive. It's like $3,000 and it's a pain in the ass to replace. So I went to Amazon, and we'll see how long this seal lasts. It was about 25 bucks. I'll link the part number down in the description. But I'm gonna flip the camera around and show you what I had to do to make it the easiest way and most direct way to get in here and replace this seal. It actually wasn't that bad. I've only been out here for maybe 45 minutes. So, all right, let's see. All right, so this is on the passenger side. So the passenger side CV axle. So obviously what I did is I took the knuckle off. So you take your outer tie rod off. I had to use this, which is a 10 millimeter. You put a 10 millimeter socket or wrench on there. You just use a metric adjustable wrench, open-ended wrench for that, because I didn't have one big enough. Same thing on this one, except for this top hat thing right here is an 11 millimeter. Same thing, get adjustable millimeter and get that. Up here, you take these off. You have to bang them out through this side. This is a 24 millimeter nut and a 21 millimeter bolt. I took the brake caliper off, hung it up here, ended up taking the brake rotor off because it's a heavy son of a bitch. Hashtag police package. And I got that other stuff sitting behind me, brake pads and whatnot. And there's enough room if you undo the ABS sensor wire from here and from here, there's enough room where you can just lay it down there. Yeah, I had a bit of a fucking mishap, an expensive mishap. I didn't drain the fluid. But now to get to the meat and potatoes. That right there is where that seal is located, and I will put a picture of what it used to look like in here now. All right, so now there's a dust shield. This is the dust shield right here. Super brittle, like this is definitely factory, so 11 years old. And then there's a spacer. This thing right here is the spacer. So dust sealed, and then the spacer sits right there. And then this little teeny tiny seal is what I'm replacing, and that sits behind the spacer inside of that PTU. Also, this is to put into the seal when you go to put the CV axle back in. So here's the CV axle. All of this sticks into the PTU. There's a bearing right here, and it is definitely bad, which is mighty unfortunate because these are not cheap, and I don't have a press. I think you can take this bearing off this and replace the bearing and press it back on, but I don't have a press, so fuck me, right? All I didn't use anything fancy, just a bearing puller, or a seal puller from Harbor Freight. I used a long end, and it got it out just fine. Just be careful not to booger up any of the surfaces in there. Do not booger up any of the surfaces, because you will have a bad time. So, if you enjoyed that little snippet of informational video, like, share, subscribe, comment if you have any questions on this, and I'll read all of the comments. But yeah, I couldn't find any video on it. I found one video, and it was from like 2012. So this is a more updated video. I think this should work, don't quote me here, on the 2011 to 2018 Ford Explorer all-wheel drive, And then I think the 13 through 18 or 19 Ford Explorer or Ford Police Interceptor utilities and sedans, if they're all-wheel drive equipped, which most of them should be. But yeah, hopefully that was that clears some things up. You could definitely do this on your own. You don't have to take it to a shop and spend, I don't even know what this pays, but I can only imagine 4 or 5 hours maybe at a dealership or a shop, which, you know, that's a lot of fucking money, you know. So not to mention parts. But all right, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Peace out.